Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the season finale of season 3 of Are You Afraid of the Dark? I am really excited to jump into this episode because, as we know from our little boo-boo last time, we're finally getting a Frank episode. But I'll get into that in just a moment. So the last episode that we watched was the tale of the Crimson Clown. That episode, man, was really spooky. I mean, that Crimson Clown, they did some really good effects with it, some practical effects, some jump scares, and I think they did a really good job of making it scary and making it very different to Zebo and the clown that we'd seen before, because that clown was scary for a different way. It was spooky, it was off screen, we heard its voice, but it was very hidden, whereas the Crimson Clown was in your face and was very much like, I'm here to scare the crap out of you, kid, that most annoying kid on the planet. But it was a really good episode, really spooky, and I had a really good time with it. I thought it was brilliant. So this episode is the tale of the dangerous soup. Now, as we saw last time, I made a little boo-boo and watched the start of that one by accident, so I know it's a Frank episode, but what I do remember about it is a couple of things. I don't remember all the details of the episode, but I remember A, it's Frank, so that means Vink shows up, which I am excited about because I really enjoyed Dr. Vink. We've seen him in Phantom Cab, he was pretty good in that, and Midnight Madness, he was awesome in that, so I'm really excited to see how he is in this episode. But I also know that Neve Campbell, I always pronounce the name wrong. The girl from Scream, if you ever watch Scream, she's the main actress, she plays Sidney Prescott. I always call her Neve Campbell, but I think it's Neve Campbell. I think she's a really good actress, so I'm intrigued to go back and see her younger, to see if there's elements of what I see now when I watch Scream in that performance. That could be really exciting, so I think it's going to be a good episode. Season finale, the next episode, as you know, if you watch much of my channel, will be the ranking for every episode of season 3, from my least favourite to my favourite, so get thinking for your ranking and let me know in the comments of the next episode what your ranking's going to be, and I'll touch on season 4 at the end of this episode. So let's jump into season 3, episode 13, The Tale of the Dangerous Soup.
Birds. Birds? I'm afraid they're gonna fly in my face or something. Weird. The attic. I can't go up there alone. No way.
Oh yeah, I remember the characters were all talking about their fears.
Slasher movies.
It doesn't count.
Cheap.
Spiders.
What can I say?
Bit
I'm
underwater.
not afraid of anything.
Yeah, we'll see.
So what are you afraid of, tough guy?
Once
It's
again,
no secret.
I really want to wear what Frank's wearing. I love his fashion. I want that
I'm
shirt.
afraid of the dark.
I don't think I've got the arms to pull it off though. I feel like I need to do some bench presses
We've all got
first.
something that scares us, even though it shouldn't. My story's about fear. The kind that's different for everyone.
See, he's a
Kinda
good
you have to face up
storyteller.
Or it'll eat
Why
you
do they not give him
alive.
enough stories? I don't understand.
The
Tale
tale
of the Dangerous Soup.
Can't get out of here. Sit down, please.
That's Vink's voice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
I'll bite. It knows
What's
what
that?
scares you.
Hey, come on.
It knows what scares you.
Oh, so that gargoyle thing makes your fears come to life.
Hello,
Hey.
welcome to the Wild Boar. Your table's ready.
Hi. Sydney. What's your favorite scary movie, Sydney?
We have specials tonight.
Don't bother, we came for the soup.
The Dangerous Soup.
What a
It's
surprise.
obviously a specialty of the restaurant.
Tanya, $100 for a bowl of soup. If I had that kind of cash, I would not be spending
$100
on a bowl of soup.
bucks.
Say it's worth it. I'm sorry, but no soup is worth it.
No.
Jersey, what are you doing? I just want another taste. You'll get fired for that. Come on.
Don't taste the product, especially not if it's going out to customers. Looks like pea
Could we
soup.
order a second serving now?
Sorry, one per customer.
Honored guests, your admiration of my humble fare
Hi, Vink.
is most appreciated.
That's a Vink with a ver.
I'm looking for the wild boar.
You found it. You hear about the job?
Yeah.
Great. I'm Nani Walker.
seems
hostess
thrilled
and
to be
part-time
there.
bookkeeper.
Really? So what's this place like?
It's okay. Dr. Vink is kind of
Dr. Fink?
Vink with a v. He's the boss. He does everything. The menu, the...
So what is he? Is he a doctor or is he a cook?
Those sage enough
Good
to
question.
know, I am a
Both.
chef.
Oh.
a cook. A chef is an artist. The kitchen is his studio. And these
It's like a laboratory. It's
vegetables, fruits, spices.
the bottles and the bubbling you can
These are
hear.
his medium.
That looks like a cauldron of awfulness.
Combined by the seasoned hand of an epicure. The result is a feast for the senses.
Specialty of the house, le potage dangereux.
The dangerous soup.
But $100 a bowl, crikey. It's expensive.
That's pretty good.
My friend,
But everyone loves
the
it.
flavor dances over the palate in a symphony of sensation that's far from pretty good.
And it charges $100 a bowl.
Get out of here.
A small price to pay for the sublime. Try to sneak another, and I guarantee you'll regret it.
You don't scare me.
Perfect! You'll do nicely.
He does a really good job of going from like funny and lovable to
I am not a nutbag.
spooky really quickly.
It was an okay place to work, except every once in a while, somebody would just quit.
What's up with him?
No reason. They'd suddenly take off and never look back.
Maybe after going in that room because it seems
But Dr. Fink's
somehow they're
restaurant
related.
was the most popular in town.
Tut tut tut.
What are you doing? Did you taste my soup?
No, he didn't. He was just cleaning the stove.
Dr. Fink? No way. I don't do dishes. I wait tables.
Oh, she's loud.
You've been really cool to me since I got here.
Romance.
And, I've been kind of a slug.
Yeah, I noticed.
My dear, you have proven to be far too loud for the tastes of my guests.
Loud? Loud? I'll show you loud.
How annoying.
Wait, and I'm not used to people being very nice to me. And, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's nice of him to say.
There's nothing in that freezer.
I assure you, my secret lies within, and it's yours
Don't
to
do it.
experience.
It brings out your worst fear. Oh, I'd be covered in spiders. Bro, but no, thank you. So that's the stuff that's in the soup. It must be fear then. This comes out, scares people. And somehow it turns the fear into... Oh my god. Turns their fear into liquid. That would scare me, to be fair. An axe thing gonna kill you.
What are you doing?
No, you can't. Very well. Open it.
Very well.
Are you okay?
Yeah. What happened?
You were screaming.
During my travels, I once happened upon a tribe of savage warriors who never raised the sword in anger, for they had a weapon far more powerful, a statue, a talisman, enchanted with an incredible power.
Did he
This
steal it off them?
magic statue actually had the power to feed on fear. This talisman not only summoned fear from its enemies, it drew it from them like a precious elixir. The tribe
Yes, that is- okay.
would drink the fear of its enemies to gain their strength.
Wow.
When you taste my soup, you're tasting fear. And that's a taste you won't soon forget.
That's why
I
everyone
want to taste
quits.
it.
You've been scaring them to get the ingredient.
I told you before. You don't scare me.
Then let's see what does. Shall we? This should be interesting.
If he locked them in a room and scared them half to death, I would understand why they quit. But if the girl came out and doesn't remember it, so why would they then quit? Because they don't remember what happened to them.
Sorry, Fink.
Someone explain.
You're not
Down
gonna get
below.
to me that easily.
I'm seeing a scared little boy. an orphan,
I'm not buying this.
raised by an uncle. He was a cruel man who treated you
dear.
very harshly.
Oh God. Oh, he died. Okay.
How did you do that?
Have a look.
Did he kill him? It's got dark all of a sudden. Oh my God. Stand up to it. Stand up to your fear.
You've unleashed it!
What?
What's wrong with these things?
You mean that thing can terrorize anybody?
Yes, that's what it does. I must stop it.
Maybe it never left.
Come on.
She plays a really... Oh God. What I like about Neve Campbell is she's so good at playing like scared. She's got a really good thing she does with her voice, like... And I saw it in Scream and this as well. She's so cool. No, she's trapped in there now. I mean, I know it would never, ever, ever happen because it would make absolutely no sense. But how funny would it be if like Ghostface came out?
Are you okay?
Reed, I gotta get out of here.
There's nothing in there to be afraid of.
She like
I don't
claustrophobic?
understand. I hate closed places.
Yeah, I like claustrophobic to the wall.
Scares me.
Of course, I bet the walls start closing in. I mean, I'm not particularly claustrophobic, but that would scare me. So I don't want to be like crushed to death.
You're an illusion. Get away from me!
I'd be so scared if those walls were closing in.
I don't believe in you! You're not gonna hold me anymore!
Okay. Overcome his fear.
Yeah, what happened?
It's over. It's all over. I faced my fear. I broke the spell. I don't
Oh.
think Vic's gonna be making any more of his dangerous soon.
That's
Get out of that room before he shuts the door.
It still knows what scares you.
Okay, so he's managed to trap it again.
I plan on being in business a long, long time.
Is that... No, don't end there. I was enjoying that.
Story. What if there's nothing you're afraid of? The room wouldn't work.
That's right. Nothing scares you, does it? Maybe you should be the first to reach into the unknown.
Yeah, that's right. Forget it.
Betty Ann's loving this.
So, what's in it? Exactly what Tucker's afraid of. Nothing.
Very good. Awesome story.
It was a good story, good one to end the season on. End the season on a high. Okay guys, that was my reaction to Series 3, Episode 13, The Tale of the Dangerous Soup. And that was cool. That was really good. I had a really good time with that. I mean, I hoped I would do Neve Campbell, Frank's story, Vink, a finale. They normally save a good episode for the finale. So I was really, really hopeful that it was going to be good. And it really exceeded my expectations. I thought that was really creepy. So the idea that there's this statue, this gargoyle demon creature statue, but we did see it fly off as well, so it's probably like alive in some form, will bring out your deepest fear, is cool, and it can turn it into an essence, a liquid, and that you can drink that. So I like the idea that it took a place inside this restaurant, but the restaurant wasn't really the important part, you know. So it started off with this restaurant they all work at. There's this soup that everyone loves, and that's how they introduced Vink. We find out this soup has basically got fear in it. The main part of the episode focused around the fear parts itself and how he created that soup. But I thought the setting was really good. It was a really interesting way to kind of set the story and give us the tone, because we all know restaurants, we've all been to restaurants and had meals that are really good. You don't fully know what's in it, and then when there's like a speciality, well, what do they do? They've got a special ingredient they won't tell us. It's always super intriguing. So this episode kind of played on that fear. maybe not fear is probably the wrong term to use because it's not a scary thing, but that interest. And it was great to see Ving again. He's always a really strong actor. Now, I know he's in more of the series. I presume he's only in the first 5 seasons before they did the first, like, revival, and then not in the new ones, but I don't fully know the whole. So please don't tell me which ones he's in and how many he's in. I like to be surprised. Obviously, it seems like he's only ever going to be in Frank stories. But, I mean, it's a silly thing to say because he's a Frank character. But we did also see that David borrowed Sardo in one episode, I think, last season. So it doesn't mean he can't appear in other stories. But, yeah, he's a Frank character. So hopefully that means, because I know he's in more episodes, that Frank gets some more episodes coming up because he's only had one. But at least his one was a really good episode. And that room with gargoyles in that Fink locks you in is really scary. Not the room itself is just a basic room with fans and a chair. But the fact that they can bring you out your darkest fear, obviously it depends on what that is. And sometimes you don't know what your darkest fear is until presented with it. And so, like I say, for me, going into that room, it would be like spiders or being underwater. That kind of stuff I think would be my main fears. Or death itself. But it was so cool. And I really enjoyed the fact that it showed us different fears. It showed us like snakes. It showed us like the guillotine, the axe swinging. It showed us claustrophobia, the guy standing up to his abusive uncle. Now, that was a really dark twist, right? Because I expected it to show us those kind of things, like spiders, snakes, heights, whatever. But it showed us a guy who was abused by his uncle. And this was just a really dark turn for Are You Afraid of the Dark? But a good one, because it played on a fear that I think a lot of people do have of abusive family members. I just didn't expect it from this show because it's always like child-friendly horror, whereas that was like, it never specifically said what the uncle did to him, but you can kind of read into it and read the dark tones that it was kind of showing to us. Really dark, but I liked all the acting all around. I thought Vink was a really good actor. He's really good in his role, and I love, like I said before, how we can change from funny to threatening very quickly. Aaron Traeger, man, no, perfect. And I'm intrigued to see as well where he plays in the next few episodes that he's in, because in Phantom Cab he was so pretty villainous, you know, wanted to chop people's hands off or whatever to do his experiments, but he would let them go if they solve the riddles. Midnight Madness, I don't think he was overly villainous because he gave everyone a very fair deal. Show them the movies, and that's it. He was turned away, so therefore he set the vampire free. So he's sort of villainous, but not massively villainous. Whereas this one, he was pretty much an out-and-out villain. I'm going to lock you in a room, scare you half to death, just so I can have a good soup. Now, I know they don't have an ongoing storyline with Vink. Like, we're not meant to really read into the fact that he's a movie director and a chef and a lab guy, a scientist. You know, I don't think they ever join the dots, but it is cool to see him in these different roles and to see what he brings to each role. I thought the main guy was a really good actor as well. I found him really believable when he was apologising for being a bit of a douche, and when he was standing up to his uncle, at least when he first stood up to him in the room when he was in with the coffin. I found it really believable that he was scared of him and didn't want to see him and wanted to stand up to him. That was all really cool. Nev Campbell, as always. Or Neve Campbell. I'm going to say it both ways, so I apologise. I don't know which one's right, and I'm sure you'll let me know down below. But she's such a good actress. The way she was, her fear is believable. The way she was screaming. I just really like her as an actress, and I am biased because I love the Scream movies. I love The Craft that she was in, and anything I've seen her in, I thought she's brilliant. But I just think she plays scared very well. And yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark? The acting is very hit or miss with the show. I love the show so much. I love it for its bad acting in some episodes. But it is good to see like some really strong acting as well from these characters. I like the setting, the characters, the fears. I thought it was a really good episode, really strong. And I'm really excited to go now and do my ranking of the season. I don't know what's my favourite at this point. I've got 2 or 3 that are definitely in the running. But I don't want to say, I don't want to spoil the next video, so tune in for that one. And I'm actually intrigued to see where's the bottom of the list as well, because, again, I've got 2 or 3 that are in the running for my least favourite of the season, but I haven't got an out-and-out favourite. Like with Hungry Hounds in Season 1, I know some people love it, but for me it was just definitely easily my least favourite of the season. Series 2 was a bit harder, but Series 3, I'm not overly sure. There's no episode this season that out and out, oh, I don't like this episode. Everything's got some good points, some bad points, but there are some that are definitely weaker than others. So tune in next week for my ranking of every episode of Season 3 of Are You Afraid of the Dark. But just a bit of a spoiler alert, this one's definitely going to be in the top half, towards the top. Whether it's the top spot or not, I'm not sure. I'll have to go away and have a think and just put some things together in my head and see what comes out on top. I'm excited to do it. In terms of season 4, because I know a few of you will be asking about it, so to address those, yes, I'm definitely 100% going to go into season 4. Whether I do it straight away or not, I'm not 100% sure yet. Just because I know I'm trying to juggle too many shows. I would have carried on to doing You've Heard of the Dark, You've Heard of the Dark, You've Heard of the Dark. But obviously I had copyright issues, I had to take a break. In the meantime, I did The Haunting Hour Season 1. I definitely want to go on to The Haunting Hour Series 2. But I want to go on to the You've Heard of the Dark Series 4. As well as Tales from the Crypt Series 3. But I don't have the time to do all 3. So I need to have a think and decide what I want to do. But just know that Series 4 is definitely coming. And I want to do it sooner rather than later. But I'm excited to jump into it. Because I love this show. And as each season progresses, my knowledge of what's going to happen is less and less. Like, I'll talk about it more next video, but season 4, I've got like 2 or 3 that I know quite a lot about, but a bunch that I don't know much about other than the title of the episode. So I'm very excited to jump into season 4 and see what that's going to bring. Like I said, stay tuned for next week where I rank every episode and also look at each member of the Midnight Society from season 3 and decide who told my favourite stories and who told my least favourite stories overall. Have a look at those sort of things. Thanks for watching. As always, guys, my name is Scott. Hope you guys are well. Take care of yourselves and staying safe. If you enjoyed the video, please leave some comments down below and let me know what you thought of season 3, episode 13, The Tale of the Dangerous Soup. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all very soon for the next episode. Bye, guys. Stay safe.